The boys were called edgy. Told they'd never make it past 5 episodes. Here those podcast jerks are. Back for season 2. The Boys in the Woods podcast. The show your mother warned you about and that your dad was hiding in the basement listening to. Get ready for the Boys in the Woods podcast.
Oh, that's cool. Our recording box is different now, too. Hello, everyone, and thank you all again for clicking, liking, subscribing, listening, commenting. It's always fantastic. It's always nice to hear from you. Today, we have a fantastic guest. I don't know if you would be able to guess based off of the amount I've enjoyed the beef jerky and how much I've talked about it moving forward, but today's guest, the founder of Old Glory Beef Jerky, Ricki.
What's going on?
Thank you so much for being with us. We greatly appreciate your time about as much as I appreciate the quality of that beef jerky. Fantastic product, man. I can't tell you that I had mentioned it in the review, but the amount that I was able to that I could taste the quality over the quantity mindset was just thank you. Thank you for being you. Let me throw that out there.
You're welcome. I'm glad you guys liked it, man.
We liked it a lot. It was so good. To jump into this a little bit, what made you think beef jerky?
My father started making the original recipe like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Out of the oven in the kitchen. And yeah, man, he would make it and he finally perfected it over the last few years. And the whole neighborhood would smell it, it seemed like, when he was making it, and they just all wanted it. And yeah, we finally decided last March to launch the company and try to get it out there.
Nice.
So last March was when you actually launched the company. That's fantastic. Yeah. You guys are doing wonderful. The amount of traffic I see on the internet would not lead me to know that without looking into it. So you guys are doing absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
When it came to the product selection, what was the most interesting part of that walking into it? Or did you know a little bit more about it walking into it? Was it just basically going down to your local meat market going, yo, give me all this venison or yada, yada? Or did it end up becoming way more assembly line?
No, yeah, like I said, we started with the original and really didn't know much about it. We just dove into it this last March and learned and figured out, like you said, go in and try a bunch of different beef jerkies, see what we liked and what we wanted to try and recreate in our own way. And that's what we did. And we only have we got 5 flavors now, but the 4 original flavors, we just thought they were unique, or a couple of them were unique, like the Korean barbecue. You don't really see a lot of that one. Teriyaki is obviously not unique. That's pretty common, but
you got to go with the teriyaki. There's 2 types of people in this world: original and teriyaki, and then we branch off to other flavors. Yeah, absolutely.
Charles and I don't know much about this food world, but is there like a competition you can send your jerky off to get submitted for? Because I see some bags got these like blue ribbon and like weird things on them, like something approved or whatever. Obviously, the USDA has to approve it, but. Yeah, you can send it off for competition. Yeah,
like our local like summer fair in Orange County. Yeah. You could submit it there, and we actually did that. But I think we got docked on improper packaging or something stupid. Like they rated our jerky really well. Yeah, but we didn't get the blue ribbon because of the way it was packaged.
You know what it was? You know what it is? Charles and I are going to tell you what it was. It was the toothpick, because you guys went above and beyond. So they
don't want other companies to have to start doing. What led to the toothpick, bro?
It was a money thing.
The toothpick.
Just you guys know when you eat jerky, you get it stuck in your damn teeth. We just thought it would be a good idea.
Dude, I went 27 seconds hard on a side mission appreciating that toothpick. As little as it seemed, as the consumer, that toothpick is literally like, that's something that would make me remember you from other beef jerkies. To be honest with you, it seems little, but I'm going to open up a beef jerky bag the rest of my life. And that isn't Old Glory.
You're going to look for it. You're going to be like, where's that toothpick?
What is this stuff
in there?
Yeah. I agree. I think it's great. We get a lot of great feedback on that tooth floss.
Yeah.
That's so great. You got to TM that shit or something quick. Copyright it.
I know there's a few others that do it that are smaller. We are, but yeah, hopefully we can make it a little bigger.
Go a little bigger. Absolutely. I don't know.
Yeah,
These greedy,
that would be.
these
It
greedy
is
big
Super Bowl
companies.
Sunday, and I think it'd be hilarious. Oh God, I wish you guys had the budget for it. It would make a fantastic. You guys can take this idea if you ever get big enough, and you just remember, it'd be like Charles and Patrick said this: a Super Bowl commercial where you guys are eating beef jerky around like a campfire. You guys are fly fishing or doing something, and the guy gets it stuck in his teeth, and he's taking fishing line, and he's trying to get the beef jerky out, and his buddy opens a bag of Old Glory, and he pulls out the freaking toothpick, and he hands it to him, and he starts cleaning out his teeth.
Well done, dude. That's
I
a good
love
one.
that.
That's a good one.
That's great, man.
You don't even need it for the Super Bowl, bro. Just take that to your take that to your meeting.
Yeah,
that's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good goal though. Way in the future, have the Super Bowl commercials.
And honestly, from learning who you are as a company and your company statement via your website, oldglorybeefjerky.com, and then obviously finding out that I'm a veteran and you pumped a little product.
Yeah, we really appreciate you
sending
those bags for Charles and I.
Yeah. No, thank you for your service, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. It was the time of my life. Probably one of the most interesting things to me was the food.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to travel the world on the government dime, suckers, and I got to eat food from all over the world. So y'all paying for these vacations. All I had to do was a little PT, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right on, man. That's cool.
So talking about food and continuing the topic, what has become the most interesting part of Old Glory Beef Jerky to you? The company, the path, the people. What has been the most unexpected, interesting gain you've received so far?
Honestly, man, like just the random paths that we're taking that just pop up, like the rock crawling thing, the King of the Hammers race that we just did with our driver Billy McAllister and his team. That was really cool and not something that when we started I thought we'd be doing. Yeah. So just things like that. That's the biggest like event and sponsorship thing that we've done so far. And
let's jump into that a little bit then, because Patrick has been telling me about it. And
I've been watching it. I've been loving it. It's fantastic. I've been watching YouTube videos nonstop now.
Yeah, seeing it in person is totally different. I'm sure that's with anything, obviously, but God, when you're like standing right,
not the ocean or the Eiffel Tower. You close your eyes, it all looks the same. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. Yeah, maybe those two things, but yeah, when you're standing next to those guys and they're going up those rocks, these rocks they're huge, man. Yeah. And one instance, I was watching the race and they're going up this part of the course called Turkey Claw. And one guy flipped over and he became an obstacle and everybody started driving over him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Oh my God, now I want to go to one of these.
Yeah, it's one of the gnarliest races in the world. Is what they say.
Man.
Top 5 off-road races.
It makes rally car look like kindergarten finger painting class.
That's intense too, but yeah, this is like a whole nother level.
We'll have to link up with Clint Esposito there and we'll boogie on down. Oh my God.
He's trying to get us out to Vegas to do his little super jumps, but I don't know. He's got a buddy in Nitro Circus. I think I told you about that. Clint's a good friend of the show. He's like one of our first guests that we ever had on, and we just became friends with him ever since.
Oh, nice. I love Nitro Circus.
Yeah, dude, I love Nitro Circus.
Yeah, we all do.
How could you not?
I love Nitro Circus. I talk about it a lot.
I'm a big fan of Travis Pastrana too. I've loved him since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there it is. We have liftoff. Billy McAllister. Is that car number 4558? Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a sweet picture, huh?
Yeah. God, yeah, I'm finding this on, I'm sure you can find it on many socials. I'm on their Facebook page, Old Glory Beef Jerky.
We'll definitely make sure you send me some links there, some pages, and I'll link it all up too. We'll get some videos going on there.
So with the beef jerky, okay, so what led you to the Korean barbecue? Because I got to tell you, I loved
I think that was our
flavor
favorite.
so much.
Yeah.
I had my wife
It was
look up how to
gone.
make it. It took her 3 days to acquire all the things from Amazon and Walmart, and it copulated into this glorious Korean barbecue steak and rice dinner that I had last night. So that is all because of y'all, and I greatly appreciate you.
Well, I'm glad, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like Korean barbecue too. There's a few spots out by my house that me and my family go to, and we just wanted to try and put that experience into jerky. And
I love how real life your entire entire experience has been so far. It has literally been just a life path filled with love and effort. And it's led you into this moment.
What did you do before the beef jerky came along? I guess is what Charles and I really were interested in. Was there anything in particular you were interested in before you got into the beef jerky thing?
Yeah, that's what I still do. It's my bread and butter, what feeds my family. We do high-rise window cleaning and pressure washing.
Oh, man, you are the people that I look up there and I'm like, F that. There's no way I would get up there and do that. That's crazy. I forget that because we live in
so being able to pull out some beef jerky 30, 40 stories up is legit.
Yeah. No, if you go on our Instagram, one of the posts, I don't know, maybe if you scroll back a little bit, there's a picture of one of our guys about to go over the side of the building.
I see it right here. Yes, February 3rd at 3:27 p.m. Yep. Shut up.
When you guys get to the top, you're not going to be afraid of the heights, right?
Like anything, you get used to shit. When I was younger, I started when I was like 15 because it's family business. My dad started the company 30 plus years ago. When I first started, we did rappelling on a bosun's chair. So you're sitting on a little wood plank or whatever and rappelling off the building. And I was always scared going over when we did that. And you do that like 10, 12 times a day. Every single time you go over the side, you just like, man, I hope this fucking thing holds me.
I hope somebody did their job right. Yeah. Golly.
Now I feel like a pussy because I used to do drywall, and this is a funny story. No, just a short story, but I was in the drywall union, and I was wearing a 5-point harness on one of those I think it's like an 18-inch by 26-foot or 28-foot like plank, and I'm only about 15 feet in the air, and I'm going up above my head like this. And I leaned back just a hair, and my harness was up at the top of the little gurney thing, clicked, and it held me there. And I was like this, and I was like, I'm going to fall 15 feet. I'm going to break my legs. But I felt like I was going to die, and I screamed like a little fucking girl.
Yeah, falling is scary.
Yeah.
Well, until you hit the ground, it's not your problem anymore.
Yeah, you better hope not. Yeah. Better hope it works when you fall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're just supposed to go limp. Or is that a car crash? I can't remember which one. I don't plan on testing either one of those two theories. So...
Oh, man. Yeah, I've had some crazy experiences with being up there.
Oh, man, I bet. But the views you get up there has got to be second to none. So it looks like beef jerky in y'all's life were paired to be. I also see a lot of outdoors activities for not only you, but the company itself.
Yep.
Have you looked into branching out into any youth hunts or anything along those lines in the sponsorship world?
I haven't looked into that. We would love to.
I'm not sure if that's something the whole country does. I know up in the UP, it was huge. The youth hunts and youth fishes, they'd have weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, we have them over here in California, too.
I also have running water. I didn't mean to sound like I was living under a rock.
No, I mean, I wouldn't know either.
I got a washing machine, too. I don't, I swear.
You're throwing yourself under the bus when you're talking.
Hey, man, listen, I spent all my money on these knickknacks, all right? No power, no electricity.
There you go. Yeah. Got to have the knickknacks.
Yeah, absolutely. So hunting is something that, as I looked you up on the internet, hunting has been really big. How is the California hunting?
I mean, it's tough. I'm sure it is anywhere else.
Yeah.
A lot of restrictions for sure.
Okay, yeah. So no, in the UP, it's not. I just go up my backyard.
Yeah.
So for the most part, I need tags and shit. But how have the restrictions hit?
I guess the restrictions aren't that
terrible.
crazy. Yeah, it's just like certain regulations they have, the outlawing mountain lion hunting and bobcat hunting. I think that's affected the deer population a little bit, and
Yeah,
in
this
our
is
public.
same situation with wolves up here.
You guys got wolves up there?
Oh
In
yeah.
the UP, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point, somebody trapped two wolves and brought them into Wayne County. Made a YouTube video about it and all, because Michigan is. So you've got the Upper Peninsula and you've got the Lower Peninsula. And if you were
Right.
looking at me, this would actually look like it, but the camera is switched.
Yeah, we can see. No, you're holding it right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're holding
So,
it.
so anywho,
Looks right.
so
Yeah.
this portion of Michigan has about 350,000 people, like the entire Upper Peninsula. It might be close to 400,000. When you go into Wayne County here, just the county, you've got a couple million, right?
Oh, okay.
So whatever Wayne County votes, it doesn't matter what happens up here in the UP.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Trumps
So
everything. Yeah.
Below the bridge, they don't have a wolf problem. Above the bridge, we have a wolf problem. So below the bridge, PETA goes down and throws all these commercials about us killing baby wolves and using them for slippers. And then the vote comes around and everyone down there goes, no, you can't have a wolf hunt.
Yeah.
So old boy was like, you don't have a wolf problem, now you do. And he
They
released
don't
them
have
into,
to deal with it.
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy? So
He
they
went to
had a
prison or
wolf.
some shit for that.
Did you hear about the wolf hunt, Charles, last year that they had, or the year before?
No.
So they had a wolf hunt, and it was a quota, and they had, I think it was like 185 tags. They tagged out in less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's a
And they
huge
go,
problem.
and PETA goes, oh, it's because they know where they are. I go, it don't matter if you know where a wolf is. I don't know how easy it is to just go track a wolf, but
No,
you can ask
cannot be
anybody. It's not that easy.
No.
Wolf
No.
hunting, I heard, is one of the hardest things ever to hunt.
Yeah, go ask somebody in Idaho or
Well,
Wyoming.
the cool thing about it too is that if you're not careful, the hunter becomes the hunted very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Very quickly.
That's mountain lion. There's cougars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went when I was stationed up at Fairbanks, Alaska. Did a bunch of hunting up at Fairbanks, Alaska.
Right
And we
on.
went black bear hunting. Never got one, but I'll never forget. We were up on Eagle Summit, and we were waltzing our way back down. And down in the valley, there was a black bear, and we were maybe a mile or so away. You can see when you're up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we trekked our way through the thicket, made it down into the valley, and the bear was gone, like we had figured. But what we did not know was that, in fact, the bear just circled us and started following us. And I was like, oh, God damn, we're just going to keep walking.
And that's just
Yeah,
a black bear. That's just a black bear, not a grizzly or.
I don't care. A hungry
Brown
bear is a
bear.
hungry bear.
Yeah. A bear is a bear.
And if it
Bear's
had
a
cubs,
bear.
it didn't matter to me, man. No thank you. No.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times out there when hunting, and it, it gets you a little bit.
I've always said, listen, if we're in the woods, I'm the perfect guy to go with because I'm not going to die tired. Y'all can run. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to fight whatever's coming.
Yeah.
Looking at a bear that close.
You have no choice. You got
Speaking of which,
tired,
all right,
man.
we had
Yeah.
Brennan Ralt on. He was from Gold Rush, and Charles told Brennan that he was going to fight a friggin' polar bear. And
Yeah.
Brennan goes, you know how big they are, right? He's like, you're not going to win that fight. Charles is like, I don't care. I'm going down swinging. He goes, well, you ain't going to get too many swings in against the polar bear.
Yeah, those things are more ruthless than
Oh yeah,
grizzlies,
way more
aren't they?
ruthless. But here we are in this scenario. How many people do you know can outrun a bear? None.
I don't think there's a single human on the planet that can.
No.
And I don't know what happens next. Do I have to be ready? Do I need a conserved energy? Maybe that run and all that affliction burst out some soul burst, and now I'm going to the other side not rested. I'd rather be rested. I obviously know what's in front of me. This fucking bear. I'm dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like one of these people. They get superhuman strength when crisis hits, and he's just gonna manhandle this.
Boop
freaking
him right in the
polar
nose. Who knows? That's what I said. Boop him right in the nose. That's how the whole interview would go too. I'm not going to die tired. I turned around. I booped him in the nose. He ran away. I don't know what to tell you.
That's all you got to do is boop them in the nose.
In the nose. It's like a universe. It works for sharks. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera or whatever the hell. You're not gonna be
You
able to
make a shark fall
Yogi in the
asleep.
nose and get away.
You know,
Oh,
I just want to
man.
pet that dog. I just want to pet that dog.
Yeah, you pet that dog, and that your hands inside of his mouth too.
So growing up, what was some of your favorite hunted meat? what was some of your favorite hunted game that would be cooked on the old stove outside of beef jerky?
Growing up, I didn't hunt at all. I don't
No?
come from a hunting family. I just started about 6 years ago on my own with some buddies.
Yeah.
But so I didn't really know much about game meat up until 6 years ago or so.
Yeah. How's the venison taste?
I love the venison.
I love venison.
It's my freezer right
He's-
behind
he's-
here.
He's
Still got a little
protecting
meat
it.
left
Yeah.
from the
That's
deer I
good.
got. Yeah.
Being in LA or California, I'm sorry. There's more to California than just LA. I found
Yes,
that out.
there is.
My aunt yells at me all the time. She
Oh,
lives
for
up in
God's
North
sake,
Cal.
dude.
But so what was some of your favorite eats?
Growing up,
Yeah.
I was a simple kid, man. I liked grilled cheese and chicken
Yeah.
nuggets.
Yeah.
I didn't really veer out until maybe my early 20s. Obviously, I ate more than grilled
I know what
cheese
you're saying.
too when I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
in my
Yeah.
teens, but
Like
yeah,
cheeseburger
just
plain with some
yeah.
fries. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that. And obviously steak. I've always loved steak.
Yeah.
Red meat, any red meat. But yeah, I don't know. I think I tried sushi when I was in my early 20s and didn't really care for it.
No.
And now I like it. I don't know. Shit's
Really?
changed.
So
Well, that's how
sushi.
my youngest is, because they moved to Tampa and he's in like sushi central, because he's like all these Japanese places down there. And I'm like, he came up to Wisconsin and stayed for a week, and he's, can we go get some sushi? And I was like, you really want to eat Wisconsin sushi? And he's like, shrugging his shoulders, like, I've eaten worse. I'm like, I don't think you have.
Oh, man. I do eat the gas station hard-boiled eggs. I'm that guy.
Do you?
Yeah. I've never had a problem. Not one time have I ever had an issue.
Well,
You check the bag and shit to make sure ain't nobody with it or nothing. But yeah.
Did I tell you the story? We took him to the mine shaft, and it was all you can eat fish. Like, we do fish fries, Wisconsin, that's our, in Michigan.
Oh, the mine
you
shaft does an all-you fish fry?
Yeah,
All right.
$9.99, and he ate three and a half full plates, and then he ate Mandy's 3 pieces on her plate that she couldn't finish from her second plate. So he must have ate 23 pieces of fish, cod.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fish.
Y'all do fish fries
he's
down?
not a fat kid either. He's 6'3", like 225. He's a freaking
Football
beast.
player though. Football
Yeah,
player. So
well,
he burns
yeah,
a lot
hard,
of he
yeah.
burns a lot of energy just
Need-
being
sure.
alive.
Yeah.
Literally waking up, he's
I
there.
wish
I
I
need a
had-
shake.
A quarter of his ambition.
In like the Upper Peninsula, it was barbecues, cookouts, shit like that.
Yeah.
We would have fish fries, but in Wisconsin
mean-
here, they love their supper clubs and our fish fries. So in California, what would be that mirrored image? Where the Friday night, you got to get there early or you can't get there at all.
Shit, man. I don't know. We don't really have any like fish fries or anything like that. I
Really?
know of. I'm sure they're
Probably
out
every
there.
I see, and again too, though, like the moment you drive into Wisconsin, all your signs about supper clubs and fish fries, car dealerships, and personal injury lawyers.
We got In-N-Out
Back
over
is
here.
weird.
In-N-Out Burger. That's a spot that you want to hit before.
I heard just recently they closed their
Milwaukee's
very
getting
first store ever.
Really?
Yeah, Oakland, I believe it was.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or was it San Francisco? I think it was
San Francisco. Oh, it was the Bay.
San
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Francisco,
it was
because
the
of
Bay.
the crap's going
Yeah.
on in San
And I don't know
Fran.
if it's closed or
Oh.
just not opening for a little while.
I think they just shut the doors because of the
Politics
fact
up
that-
there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I guess
Yeah.
crime's pretty bad. I
San
didn't know
Francisco's
much
a
about
mess.
it until that Cash App dude ended up getting stabbed, and
Oh,
then
geez.
I started looking into it. Yeah, the founder of Cash App was like killed right outside his bank or something.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
that's
know
wild.
it's bad up there, though. I've heard a lot about
Yeah.
that. I'm glad I'm far away from it.
You know, it's so funny too. California gets this weird rep based off of
it's
like
well
two
deserved in
specific.
many ways.
But the people that hate it are the people
Yeah,
that probably
yeah.
pay the
But
taxes.
there's,
and they're like, "I
there's
taxed
still,
way to
there's-
death."
but you run into the same issue we run into in Michigan. It doesn't matter what the rest of us vote. When you live
Yeah.
in that highly populated area and
Yeah.
you get 2/3 of them, and it overtakes the rest of the country.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and that's-
LA, it's San Francisco,
Yeah.
you know, probably
Grand-
San Diego County.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Grand Rapids and Wayne County and shit. I don't what's that county Grand Rapids?
And the thing is, Charles, that's not just a political thing because that's both sides of the parties. They both.
Oh no, yeah, no, not to be, yeah. And again, to ensure, thank you for bringing that up. We're not
And
to
if you
talk
choose to live
specifically
there,
left or right.
That's the lifestyle that you're going to be accustomed with, and that's just the way that life is.
If you're a common individual, I feel like this is something we all have dealt with or know about, or absolutely.
Did you know anybody that did the old mass exodus though out of California to like Idaho or?
I've heard of quite a few people are moving from Cali to Texas.
Yeah,
I've got quite a few friends.
Yeah,
yeah.
Idaho, Arizona, Colorado.
I heard the northern tip of Idaho is really nice. I heard I heard it's filled with forests. The rest of it, they said we went on a whole
colder
episode.
up there.
It's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little colder up there. Yeah. But off the top of your head, what comes from Idaho other than potatoes?
I was just gonna say potatoes.
Beans, right? So we had to deep dive Idaho, bro. It's like, what the hell's in Idaho? And apparently that northern tip is just like this hidden jungle gem that nobody wants to talk about.
Idaho is beautiful.
Yeah.
One of our largest customers is in there. Oh yeah.
I've driven through parts of it and visited there, and
gorgeous.
Well, there you go, Charles. Yeah. What's the place that you would love to go back to that you visited then?
Not me.
Anything in particular?
Ricki. Yeah, not me. You. Ricki.
Yeah.
The place I'd like to go back to is maybe Idaho. I've been to Costa Rica a few times.
Oh man,
beautiful. I would definitely go back there. But yeah, Idaho. We went to Ketchum, Idaho. I was actually in a band in high school, a punk rock band.
Yeah,
we toured the country, and so we got to see quite a bit of it.
All right,
Charles, Idaho was probably my favorite place, to be honest.
All right, I want to hear it. I interrupted you, but I want to hear it. I was a big punk rock guy growing up. Yeah, so I want to hear, what were your influences then for your band? Because I want to see if I'm older than Charles, and we're obviously probably older than you. I don't know. I'm just going to take a wild guess, but I'm going to say you grew up probably in the early 2000s with different music than I grew up in, because I graduated in 2000. So I'm going to say you probably weren't Newfound Glory, AFI, any of these other bands. I'm going to assume yours is probably.
I like AFI. They're early. Have you heard AFI's early shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're very proud of you, that album.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, dude. It was pretty punk, I feel like. But no, definitely not that.
See, it's pop punk. That was pop punk, and that was the only reason we were into it is because there was girls that were into it. We went to the Newfound Glory concerts to see the girls, the punk girls, the fake punk girls.
Yeah. I never got into Newfound Glory.
No,
their newer stuff, obviously, way more pop. Punk, but their old stuff was pretty good.
So, who is your biggest influence as a band? Then what were you basing your music off of, or trying to be? You had to have some kind of beat that you're trying to follow.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of stuff, like Started, which I know they're not punk really, they're more pop punk, alternative, whatever. The Offspring's early stuff.
The Offspring.
That's when I was really young, and then when I got into high school, I started diving into the Orange County punk scene, like the Adolescents and the Vandals, Guttermouth. Guttermouth is probably my favorite punk band, and they were out of La Habra. And have you ever heard of them? Guttermouth?
I think I might have heard of them because oh man, I grew up with, I don't even know. I had the Dead Kennedys, the Ramones, Black Flag, the Misfits, Sex Pistols. Even that was
the definition of Guttermouth is a foul mouth person.
Yeah,
they are very foul, man. We did a U.S. tour with them, and they're wild. They're wild.
Formed in 1989 in Huntington Beach, California. Yeah. They're still active. I don't know why
I'd say that, but they're still out there. They still play.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, stuff like that. Dead Kennedys, I love them too. Black Flag, of course. It's hard to think of all of them because that was more like, I still love punk, but high school, that was when I was like really into it, drawing their logos in my notebook and stuff. And
Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
That's
cool, man. I like that.
That's fantastic. So Any new projects or topics on the horizon for Old Glory Beef Jerky?
We're going to try and get out to as many events as we can this year. And like we're still so young in the game. We don't have a ton of capital to sponsor things and do that, but we will when we can. I'm hoping to be a part of the Mint 400 in Vegas this year, which is in March. That's another off-road race out there, and just more stuff like that. I've noticed that the off-road world is taking quite a liking to our jerky and our just what we are.
Yeah,
so
for you,
gonna try and push that.
Honestly,
more.
man, from talking with you and deep diving y'all's product, if you give anybody 5 minutes, they're gonna enjoy you as a person and they're going to love your product. 100%.
Thank you, man. Yeah. I hope so.
Well, I had a question, Charles. Yeah, I had a question for him. You go out there as sponsored. You're sponsored your vehicle. You guys go out there. You were telling me he was trying to do it from the tent. He was like, he's gonna be out there watching the race, and he was like, I'll just do the podcast episode out here. He's like, I don't know how the reception is gonna be.
That would have been a really bad idea. I wasn't even getting messages or phone calls when I was there.
All right. Yeah. I had a question for you, though. I was like, you get to go there. And if Charles and I were to go to one of these events, because you obviously are going to be like, you've got your credentials, your tags and stuff. Charles and I are IAPP accredited. We're international press photographer certified. We've got the plaques up there. We're legit. We're legit 100%. If we were to go there and try to interview somebody, how hard would it be for us to get
nice.
it? Yeah.
That's an interesting question, because I wanted to look into that too for next year, like getting a media press pass.
Sure.
Because there are like limitations, obviously, for spectators. You get to be like right next to the cars with the media pass.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how hard it would be, but I'll definitely look into it.
Well, I just didn't know how accessible like the drivers were. Like if they're just walking around and you could just be like, hey, could I have a second? And just talk to them like without cameras in their face, just getting a little audio from them. Because we don't like shoving cameras in people's faces either, trying to get information. But if you've got a microphone, you're saying, hey man, 5 minutes of your time or 2 minutes of your time, I just want to get a little soundbite from you. And most people are okay with that as long as you're not shoving cameras in their faces. But
it would just be like a timing thing. Those guys and their crews are like working year round for that race. They're like working on their cars, these $1 million cars. Those cars are $1 million to start out at. So they're in the zone, but I'm sure it's possible. Like I had a pit crew pass because I was with my team. Yeah. So we were able to access that area, which all the drivers go through. You're right there on the starting line with all the cars. I was walking right next to all the cars on the line. So it's definitely a possibility. You can get that pit crew pass and a media pass and go in there and just, I'm sure there's some dudes that would be totally cool with that.
Yeah.
I generally just walk around like I'm supposed to be there. Yeah. If I'm not and somebody notices me, they tell me to go somewhere else. Nothing else really happens.
You just gotta keep trying, dude. Yeah. I rode around with my hunting backpack full of beef jerky that whole weekend, riding around on I have a little pit bike.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I just ride through the pits and just scan and see what people looked like they might be interested. And I'd stop and pull out a bag of beef jerky, say, hey, man, you want to try this jerky?
Yeah. I love it, man.
Charles, you really like the Korean, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on the website right now, and I'm thinking about put in another order here after the.
We were just on another podcast. We were talking about you.
Old boy gets
on the website, buys a couple bags. We're like, hell yeah!
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, we love it, man. We really do. We enjoy your product. We enjoy who you are as a person, your mission behind it, the story behind it. It's all really been a wonderful moment in my life. I enjoy good people.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick, did you have any more questions? We're wrapping up on the bar here.
No, I guess the only question I got is just, you said that you've got the team going. You guys are planning another event. You want to get to another one of these races here in March, you said. Let us know how that goes, man, for sure. Keep in touch and get me all those links. And Charles and I will be absolutely keeping the Old Glory Beef Jerky promos and stuff on there because we love it.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, anybody who supports veterans, we support to the moon and back. No questions asked.
Oh yeah. Right on.
We definitely look forward to that. I want to give you a moment to, in your own voice, tell people where to find you, and also your main project there too. If you want to give that a shout out, please do.
You can find us on oldglorybeefjerky.com, Instagram, Old Glory Beef Jerky, Facebook, Old Glory Beef Jerky. You could purchase the bags on the Instagram store or Facebook store or the website, obviously. And then we'll get a promo code going for Boys in the Wood and for all the listeners.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We appreciate you to the moon and back. And if you ever need anything at all from us, ever, please don't hesitate to reach out. We will absolutely accommodate that the best we can.
Right on. Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah, Ricki. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you, your company, your dad. A huge shout out to your dad. Give that old man a big old hug for me. Give him a big man. Okay, give him a big old hug for me and tell him thank you so much for this wonderful product. We appreciate it.
Will do, man.
Windows clean too.
Yeah, those windows, man. Hell yeah. Thanks for doing what others won't.
Yeah.
We'll talk about to the moon and back. My window's dirty.
Yeah. No worries, man.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you, man.